recording now.
It's been another fun, technically
Funky,
challenging,
fresh.
yes, episode. Actually, this is our second episode. We're falling. I don't know if you know this, but we're falling apart.
We're in pieces.
But we're in pieces together, so it's nice.
If I had to be in pieces with anyone, it would be you.
That's so sweet.
No one else.
I love that. Oh, I love that for us. So on that happy note, everybody, welcome back to Oddities. I'm Cassie.
I'm Kelly.
Oddities. Stay strange.
And welcome back to Strange Town. Here we are. Population us. Love that.
Population 2 and some cryptids.
Some cryptids and all of the odd fam. Whatever that may add up to. As per usual, kids, all of our shit's in the description. By shit, I mean the following. Social media, our email, our Patreon, please, for the love of God, support our show if you can. For as low as $1 a month, you can get a bonus episode for supporting our show on Patreon.
And you get to see our beautiful faces and us become unhinged.
That's correct. And you get access to all former bonus episodes, so you could just binge galore. And we also have a link to our merch shop. If you would like to shop our merch, we have all kinds of different things.
Sales run all the time.
Sales are running
Gala
constantly.
Holla.
Yep, that's right. And we have all kinds of products with all kinds of designs. So chickadee, check it out. It's all in the description, please and thank you. How's my bestie? We're on number 2, recording number 2.
Honestly, I'm just glad to be here with you today.
I'm just so glad to be here with you. We're thriving.
You know, genuinely, I've been doing a lot of reflecting lately. I don't mean to get into my feels, but I'm getting into my feels.
Buckle up. We're going for a ride.
We're coming up on, I think 8 or 9 years. I think it's 9.
I think it's 9.
Of friendship. And I was like, this bitch is my foundation.
Oh my God, same.
But also, it's what sucks about our friendship is the fact that geographically it is not sound.
It's not. That is definitely a pitfall of this friendship.
But what is the highlight of our friendship is this podcast, and that every week we get to spend several hours together.
Best of time.
Recording, getting face to face, shooting the shit, and talking about some cool shit.
While shooting the shit. We're just shitting.
Yeah. We're just having the grand old shit.
The shit of shits.
The shit of shits.
If you
it's
will.
A grand old shit.
Holy shit.
I love this shit.
We love this shit. It's good shit.
And I may have gotten into these feels because I stumbled across my maid of honor speech the other day.
Golden. There it is.
And I was like, damn, I did good.
You did great. Everybody did stellar. We were blessed to have 3 excellent speakers for us that day. You being the queen. Day. Yeah. It was a good day.
Do you know what I hated about that day? I'm going to talk about this because I didn't save something for this episode. At Cassie's wedding, behind the scenes, folks.
Behind the scenes.
Cassie and Corey had jars at their wedding of you put money in the jars, and whoever has the most money in the jar wins and doesn't get cake smashed in their face.
Yes. No, it is the money. It is the jar that had the most money got the cake in the face.
Oh, it was the jar that had the most money gets the cake smashed in the face. Now, I was given the job to count the money and tell the DJ who won.
Yes.
The DJ was like, "Are you sure you're right? Are you sure you haven't had too much to drink and your counting skills are off?"
Also, praise him for double checking, though. We do love that.
It wasn't even double checking, Cassie. He asked me 10 times.
And then he asked me if I was okay with it. So he was a
And
good
then it was
dude.
like, here's the thing. Cassie told me not to lie. She told
Yeah.
me to be honest. She told me if it's me, that's it.
It is what it is. And like I mean,
And
cuz
honestly,
I'm not one of those brides. Like yes, I spent the money to have my makeup done. Whatever. I'm not one of those brides that's going to be like, it's going to ruin my look. Because by that point I was dancing and sweating. The night was like
but
over.
also at that point, Cassie was there to have a good time and have fun, and she's not gonna.
No. And
She and
Cor-
also, I need to make it clear, Cassie was not a bridezilla.
Thank you for saying so. And Corey's not a dick, so like I knew if he was going to smash the cake, he was going to
He
be
did
like
it so sweetly.
he was
He
very
did it
gentle about
so
it.
kind.
I, however, was not very gentle about it, and he
No.
still rags on me this day to. So, but anyway, finish your story.
It was the DJ that asked me like over 10 times. Are you
He
sure?
he's a
Are
good
you
dude.
sure? Like you might lose a friend here.
Like, bitch, there's a lot on the line right now.
Not only did he ask, the wedding planner,
Everybody was asking.
like it was multiple people. Your dad was like, "All right."
My dad was like, she asked for it.
Like he was the witness to it. He knew what was up.
I already
Like he's
knew.
like, "No, that Cassie said,
Yeah,
honor the wishes."
it do
And I
be
was
what
like,
it
"Look."
be.
By the final time I was asked if this was accurate, I was like, "I am following the bride's wishes. Please stop asking if I am correct on this." And then I looked at your wedding planner and I'm like, "You watched me count it.
Like you,
Are you
y'all know.
sure?"
Yeah. So, as you all can tell, I was in fact the one who got the cake in the face. Shout out to
And
Corey's family because they made that happen.
oh,
But
I
it's
was
cool.
like, at the end of the day, I was like, it's everyone else's fault, not mine.
Actually, really, jokes on everyone because we made a lot of bank doing that. So
Yeah,
if
no, that
that
was
meant
genius.
we made a lot of money doing that. So
Yeah,
if I had to get a little cake in my face for it, I mean, so be it.
freaking worth it.
Yeah, especially
I
since a
wish I
good
had thought of that when I got
especially
married.
right? Thank you. Especially since a good portion of our attendees didn't bother to give us a gift at all. So
Calling your asses out.
I'm calling your asses out. I was so annoyed by that. That is such poor etiquette. Um, anyway,
Rude.
Corey was very gentle with the little cake smash. And then I went ahead because I was pissed that it happened to me, but I did accept it because I had planted people. I had gone around and planted people being like, I need you to put the money in Corey's jar. Like,
Do you know how much money I put in Corey's fucking jar?
girl, I know. Like, you had my back on this and you did what you could. And so anyway,
I came prepared.
you did. And I went ahead and I picked up cake anyway and also smashed it in Corey's face because misery loves company. Except I was not very gentle and I felt very bad about that. And there you have it.
It was delicious cake.
It it was damn good cake. So our cake was even a little different from what everybody else got. So our flavor was fucking on fire. Our flavor was chocolate with raspberry filling.
Mm,
Oh, so good. It was a naked
mm.
cake. It was beautiful. There was beautiful fruit on top. You made these beautiful paper flowers to decorate it.
God, those flowers were amazing.
You
I had
nailed
so
it.
much fun making them.
You nailed it. And then everybody else had red velvet. The cake was good. I'll give it to Riverdale. They nailed it. Love it. Wow, what a fun little reminisce. Thank you for that. I'm sorry everybody questioned your counting abilities. I also
I
understand
just
why they
couldn't get
did.
over that. It was hilarious. They're like, you might lose a friend here. And I was
You're
like,
like,
because I'm following her wishes? Fuck you. You guys don't know
yeah,
our friendship.
fuck off. You don't know Cassie at all. Go away.
You don't know us.
You don't know us. No, it was all good. I had a little napkin under it. I got none on my dress. It was all good. All's
And
well
that's
that
what
ends
mattered.
well.
Don't get it on the dress.
Not that I'm gonna wear it again, but it's boxed, it's preserved, and sitting in the
You and
closet.
Corey should do like a, I don't want to say corpse bride moment, but like some kind of horror bride moment for Halloween.
That's true. That could be fun. And then I could wear it again. It was a beautiful
Yeah,
dress.
get your money's worth.
That's right. That's right. Um, I too didn't save anything for this week. We're killing it. My exciting update on my end is we are in the process. So we finished redoing the guest bathroom. Now we're redoing our bathroom. It's looking good so far. We have these. I got these really cute little. They're so. First of all, the people who lived in this house prior didn't have any knobs or like handles or anything on any of the cabinets.
Mhm.
The way they were fucking impossible to open, because on top of it they did this child proofing, and it wasn't like the typical child proofing where it was like those like latch things. It was child proofing in that they just took a shitload of sticky shit and put it in the corners. So not only could you not open it because there was no handle to grab onto, there was all this sticky shit. So the sticky shit has since been I don't know what these people were doing. The sticky shit has been removed. We've installed, I found these really cool ceramic hand painted knobs. They're beautiful. They're so cute. I love them. So we put those in. We got new towels. Next up, I'm taking down those light fixtures. I'm taking down the mirrors that they left behind. We're almost there. The paint looks good. Chef's kiss. We're coming along.
I love Cassie and her home decor era.
I fucking thrive. I love this shit. So anyway, it's gonna be cute. So that's my big happy news. Do I have anything else to share? No, the horrors persist. The person who continued to screw up my name at work is still doing that, even though I did cast money, and there was not even a comment made about that. And here we are. So, every day is just one patient step closer to death.
But at least you're here with me.
But I'm here with you, and I love it. Oh, I do have another exciting thing too. Finally, if anybody else plays the Nancy Drew computer games, finally they released another one. It's been years. The last one was a fucking armpit. This one is decent so far, so I'm excited, and I'm gonna play some of that shit this afternoon.
I love that for you.
I'm psyched. I'm gonna make myself a nice big cup of tea. I'm gonna hang out with Nancy.
That sounds like a dream.
Right? All I need for it to rain. Today's the first sunny day that we've had in like a week, so I wish it was raining, but that's okay.
We'll survive.
I'll make it through that for sure.
Yeah.
So today, we're doing one of our favorite things. It's a listeners episode.
It's a listeners episode.
Maybe I should make like a fun little intro just for listeners episodes.
Listeners episode.
Listeners episode. We are. Oh, are we just doing ASMR?
I have this fun little mic. I thought I had to whisper.
I bet it sounds really crisp.
Crisp. I'm fucking cringy as hell. Never mind.
ASMR. Okay, so we have a listeners episode. We finally have gathered enough. We have 4 stories for you today. How excite. It's not exciting, it's how excite. P.S. kids, if you have Spookalabookala occurrences that have, happened, please email us. It's oddities.talk@gmail.com. Of Cuervo, that's also in our description, so you can look there if you don't know how to spell these things for some reason. And shoot us an email. You can also do it through our website. If you go there, we have a little, contact us submission form. I promise they all come through, and we will respond to you. So, all right, I'm kicking us off, correct? We decided?
Yes.
Okay, this is so exciting. This is from listener Finn. Finn wrote back. This is back from March. So as you can tell, it takes some time for these things to to round up enough. So Finn starts out by giving us some recommendations for the podcast. So thank you, Finn. We will get to these items, but here we go. We're skipping to the story part. Last but not least, first of all, Finn starts this. Oh, no, never mind. That was a different email. Never mind. So Finn says, and last but not least, my personal story. So I live in a pretty new house, like 5 to 10 years old. So it's not somewhere you'd expect something spookalabookala to happen. Yet here we are. Side note, I fucking love when our listeners write spookalabookala. Not to be like...
Me too. It gives me All the happiness.
All the joy. Like, not to be like, I love it when people quote me to me, but like, I fucking love seeing it in writing. It makes
Hmm.
my life. It really does. So, anyway, Spookalabookala, yet here we are. One of the main events that has happened to me that cements my belief that my house is home to a ghostie actually occurred in the presence of my pupper, who reacted the same way I did. All right, so first of all, I automatically believe it because the dog also, you know.
Yep.
So,
Animals see shit we don't.
big time. One dreary pandemic day, I was sitting on my bed upstairs, chipping away at a pretty big project. I work in data management for a pretty big company, so it was quite tedious. Girl, good for you. I fucking can't, so good on you. Anyway, Finn notices a faint sound at this point. It started quiet and progressively got louder and louder. It's hard to describe, sort of like a weird sounding knock. My dog, Lebowski, I love that name. My dog, Lebowski, also noticed it and seemed pretty on edge. Granted, he has really bad anxiety, so it doesn't take a lot to shake him up. Then I realized it was coming from the wall next to me. It was as if someone was tap dancing on the other side of it. The only problem was that there was no one on the other side of it. Now, it's important to note I live in one of those row houses with connected walls, but there was no way it was something like the neighbors hanging something onto the wall because the wall that connects us in the guest room is or in the guest bedroom is on the other side of the house. Keep in mind, all of this is going down, the knocking is still getting louder. It was so loud now that I could barely hear myself think. I guess my fight or flight kicked in because the next thing I know, I'm full on sprinting down the stairs, Lebowski right behind me, causing a crazy ruckus. My brother, we live together in a sort of roommate type situation, is obviously startled. Being the skeptic that he is, as soon as I finish explaining what happened, he marches up the stairs and walks into my room, in which, in classic horror movie fashion, he hears and sees nothing out of the ordinary. Of
No, thank
fucking
you.
course. Of fucking course. I've since moved into the guest bedroom and still to this day hesitate to go into that bedroom. Sorry for the long email. I've been listening to your podcast since the days when Cassie and Anna did the Little Strange Club segment with Josh on Out There. Y'all have brought me such joy over the years and helped me through some tough spots in my life. Keep up the great work. Love you guys. Stay safe and stay strange. P.S. Tell Boo, Donut, Hobbs, and all the fur babies I said hi. They say hi back, first of all.
Yes, they do.
They do. And thank you for this Spookalabookala story. I am so glad that you clarified and you were like, yes, it's like a row house, but it's not connected on anything on that side. Because immediately I was going to be like, maybe it's neighbors
Yeah.
doing some shit because I mean it happens. I the other thing too that blows my mind about this and makes me aside from the dog, the other thing is like the fact that Finn left her room, went and got her brother, and was like, "You got to listen to this shit," and then the shit
Hmm.
stopped. How annoying!
So annoying. It's like when your brakes are squeaking. Let me take it in. Stop
Yes,
squeaking.
and then there's nothing wrong, right? Or yeah, or my car is making any kind of sound at all. Yeah, it's and I take it you haven't experienced anything in the guest room. It sounds like so. Spookala bookala.
Spooky, spooky.
I love it. And this was so well written too. Thank you, Finn. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much. I'm going to jump into the next one. This one's from listener who shall not be named. So I'm just going to refer to you as listener. You know who you are. And that's that. And I, the way that this starts out gives me so much serotonin. I am bursting.
Okay.
Hello, my spooky queens.
Yes,
Just dead.
yes.
I'm dead.
Love it.
I would prefer not to disclose my name in this story due to it being more taboo subject to my family. However, I do have permission, so that's why, listener. But so back in the 1970s, my mother's cousin's family were in a house fire. Unfortunately, only my three aunties survived.
Oh.
The rest of my family didn't make it, but this story is mainly about their brother. So afterwards, my aunties were adopted by my mom's parents, who already had four children. My two aunties, Auntie S and Auntie A, I will call them, my mom and my uncle. So now that the word building part is over, I can move on to the spooky. So the event had haunted my family for a while. One day, my Auntie A decided to see a psychic for whatever reason. That's just her thing to do. Uh, I suppose some way, some way into the start of the session, the psychic sees a boy in the corner of the house. His face and body have been burned down the right side. Now my auntie thinks makes no sense, as the person she can think of as being her cousin, and had died of smoke inhalation. After the session, she wrote it off as the psychic being a quack until one day she was with my grandpa, her dad, and decided to ask about her cousin, asking if he had indeed died of smoke inhalation. And she was told by my grandpa, and my grandpa, without looking up from his paper, says, A, but he was burned down the right side. A is a slang term for yes in this context.
I would, first of all, I could never be a psychic because, and I'll tell you why. Or I guess like really like a medium, right? If we're like hanging out and talking to ghosts or whatever. Because the way I would shit myself constantly, if like those,
Seeing things like that.
yeah, like these bitches were just showing up, I'd be like, no, no can do.
Nope.
Um, I,
When I read that email, I just lost my microphone. When I read that email,
oh my God.
I lost my. I had so many goosebumps. I still have goosebumps reading it
It's
again.
these are truly I'm so jealous. Like I want to experience this shit, but I also don't because I know I'm gonna be spooked.
So spooked.
So spooked. I mean, how could you not like I there's no way I could be cool, calm, and collected through any of that shit.
Listener, if you are listening right now, which I hope you still are, waiting
I
for
hope
this
so.
story to come out, how did you stay so cool, calm, and collected hearing this story? Did
Yeah,
you
one
stay
hundred
cool, calm, and
percent.
collected listening to this story? How did you stay cool, calm, and collected while writing to us?
Literally all of those questions.
So many questions. I thank you so much for sharing this story with us, though, because that is a very deep story into your
That
family.
is, yeah.
But
Um,
oh,
Hopefully we've censored enough and everything that you're comfortable. Thank you for sharing with us. Is it, so wait, so this person is Scottish?
yeah. And do we have? I have that. That's my other questions.
We're international, bitch. I love this. I love that for us. Snaps. We made it to Scotland. Can we come visit? If we come visit,
Yes,
can we do some ghost tours together? Thank you. I'm inviting
that's so
myself.
exciting.
That's so American of me. That's great. These are fucking God, Chef's Kiss. I love our listeners' episodes. It just makes my heart so happy. All right, we have two more stories, but they're from one person writing in. Again, we are supposed to not say this person's name now, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
I don't see anything in there.
I don't see anything in there. I guess I hallucinated that.
Okay, so this is from Audrey. Thank you, Audrey. The next two
Thank you,
stories.
Audrey.
So we're each gonna take one. We're gonna tag team this. So I'll kick us off.
Hmm. Yep.
All right. Hey y'all. Hey. I'm listening to this week's episode and I thought I'd share a couple of my mom's stories. I haven't experienced anything spooky myself, but she has a couple of great stories. By the way, my cousin put out one episode of a podcast called Friends with Ghosts. You can hear her interview my mom about these stories if you want to hear how my mom tells it. I'm going to go listen to that shit.
Yep.
All right, so the first story happened when I was maybe 5 years old. My great grandmother, oh, bitch, slapped my microphone. Let me try that again. So the first story happened when I was maybe 5 years old. My great grandmother, Grandma King, A funky little Spanish woman with a lot of personality passed away in my Nana's home. Love that. Love a funky little Spanish woman with a lot of personality. Fantastic. Our family was grieving, of course, but there was a lot of comfort knowing she got to pass away in her sleep surrounded by family. I grew up a mile or so away from my Nana, so my family was involved in helping to organize her funeral. My mom also had to take care of me and my little brother, so that whole period was really busy and very emotional for her. At one point, maybe a week or two later, my mom finally had an afternoon nap. Nope, there's no napping. My mom finally had an afternoon alone where she could properly grieve her grandmother. She laid down on the couch and was about to have a post cry nap when she felt Grandma King's presence behind her, stroking her hair just like she had in life. It was a wonderful and comforting moment for my mom and was exactly what she needed. That's sweet.
It's so sweet, but I'm not gonna lie. If I was alone and I started feeling
Nope.
something stroking my hair,
No, I would not feel comforted. Like, I cannot relate, but I love this for your mom.
but I do love this for your mom. That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask, like, if there are any ghosties in my house, please never touch my hair. Like, don't do
Please just
that.
don't touch me.
Yeah, or like just don't touch me, period. I say as I eye the Ouija board
Ouija board.
up on my wall.
I was about to say that. I was like, I love that you're talking to your Ouija board right
I'm
now.
looking at your ass. Nobody touch me. So yeah.
Um, Moving
I
on
love
to
that.
the next story.
I love that. Yeah, I mean that's a happy story. I'm happy for your mom. I don't think that would bring me comfort. I think it would just make me spookala out.
The other story is set a little over 10 years later. At this point, my brother and I were both in high school. My maternal grandfather had been diagnosed with cancer and went through treatments and surgeries.
Oh.
A later scan showed it had metastasized in other areas of his body, and there wasn't much that could be done at that point besides make him comfortable. He ended up passing in the house he shared with my nana, the same one Grandma King passed in, and the one in which my mom and her siblings were raised. He was on hospice and was able to pass peacefully in his sleep with both my mom and my nana there. He was married to my nana for 50 years. Whoa, I love
Oh.
that.
Love.
The whole family was wrecked, but especially my nana. In the wake of his passing, my mom had an incredibly real dream conversation with my grandfather. He was a bit of a stern guy, and he was getting on my mom's case to make sure my nana was eating properly. It could have come off as harsh, but if you know him, but he wasn't it wasn't meant as, hey, I love her and she's not taking care of herself, go fix it. Sure enough, my nana wasn't eating well and my mom took care of it. It's something she looks back on fondly. He wasn't the most affectionate guy, but he's always made sure his people were taken care of. Stay strange, Audrey.
Grandpa. Okay, I gotta be honest though, Audrey, that house is fucking haunted as fuck.
So
That's like
haunted.
that's a lot of. I gotta be honest, that's a lot of death in one house. So I'm gonna be real with you. That shit's haunted as hell. But it's haunted by people we
But
love.
haunted by loved ones in a good way.
Yeah, like do-gooders. So we love that. So that's good.
That's like a really cool dream of like, shit's not being done right, take care of it.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's great.
Oh, I
Um,
love that.
I
I
I
love
do.
these. I love these little spookalabookala stories.
These
These
are
are
just
good.
like
These are good ones.
these are just like fun, happy little nuggets of spookalabookala.
This is a good way to end the listener stories.
This was. Oh, great. Oh my God. Well, thank you so much to, first of all, I mean, thank you to anybody that takes the time to write in, either with a topic or just to say hi, or of course with these
We get
stories.
excited.
When I tell you, I start sweating because of how excited I get, like immediately.
That's the same.
I
That's
mean,
the same.
I live for it, and hearing from our listeners can take my week from like negative 10,000 all the way to a million, and it's the best week ever, like so quickly. So,
It's
thank
the
you.
boost.
Yes, and thank you to these listeners for taking the time to write in. We will have emailed you to let you know that your story is coming up and on what date it's going to air.
Hmm.
And um, I just love these so much. Please share more, everybody. So if you have them, email us. You can also message us on like Instagram or Facebook, but it's best if we get it in our email so we can have them all in one spot.
Yep.
And until next time.
Stay strange.